Good morning. Welcome to the channel. Now we are going to study the operation of single phase fully controlled converter fed separately excited DC motor drive. Normally we are having three parts of this question. Basic question, that is only the operation, but most of the university exam they are not asking that question. Just to understand the basic ideas about single phase fully controlled converter fed separately excited DC motor drive, just for understanding purpose. Then second part and third part. Second part, it is continuous conduction mode for separately excited motor DC motor drive and discontinuous conduction mode of separately excited DC motor drive. Now in this video we are going to study the basic operation of single phase fully controlled converter fed separately excited DC motor. The circuit diagram consists of 4 different switches and our load, that is separately excited, so we are giving field supply in separate mode. From the diagram we could understand the motor voltage as from the AC supply is Vs is given, and which is converted into DC as VA, that is armature voltage. So already we have studied in power electronics, this AC supply is converted here as DC. These 4 switches are alternatively turned on and turned off. Already we know that first half cycle in the AC supply we are having 2 half cycles. One is positive half cycle and another one is negative half cycle. For this first half cycle 2 set of switches will be turned on, and in next half cycle another 2 set of switches are turned on. That is our aim. For that the conversion, that is Vs is input AC supply and VA is the output DC supply from the rectifier, and for that IA is armature current is given into the armature winding. That is, in armature winding we are having armature resistance, armature inductance and back EMF. In field winding we are giving the separate supply, that is Vf is given as field voltage and If is a field current. Now our aim is to convert this Vs into VA. Already I told you that Vs is AC and VA is DC. Now this AC is converted into DC. DC in the sense direct current. The IA direction should not change. Always it comes here and reaches, flows like this. But in AC supply, for certain period of time, suppose if you are having 50 Hz AC supply, in terms of time if you are telling that 50 Hz will be meant as 1 divided by F in terms of time. T is equal to 1 divided by F. So 50 Hz in the sense 1 divided by 50, that is equal to 0.02 second. So one positive half cycle and one negative half cycle from this end to this end. The total time taken for this one full cycle, that is called 0.02 second. For that then for the positive half cycle 0.01 second, negative half cycle 0.01 second. So first if you are initiating the supply at a 0 second, in the sense up to 0.01 second, that is pi we are maintained omega t, and after 0.01 to 0.02 the negative half cycle will be in action. So positive half cycle and negative half cycle both are performed, and again positive half cycle and negative half cycle, likewise it is going on. So we are making 2 set of firings for this AC into DC. Our aim, this alternating direction of current, here phase to neutral, neutral to phase, phase to neutral, neutral to phase. That is one half cycle this current will go like this, and next half cycle current will go like this. So our aim is to change this plus into plus and minus into minus, plus. So for that we are making 2 set of switches. Here I meant I1, I2, that is switches here we are using SCR, that are current control devices. So if you are controlling the current for this particular switches, the switches will be turned on and turned off. So I1 and I2, it is meant as T1 and T2. Switches gate current as T1, T2. And I3, I4 switches gate current T3 and T4. So these two switches will be meant in terms of current I3, I4. This T1 and T2 will be meant as this I1 and I2. In I1 switch, that is I1, for positive half cycle, this I1 is turned on. So the phase supply is coming here and which is going to this route, and in load side we are having positive half cycle. Already we have studied in power electronics. And negative, this will be ended by using this T2 turned on, so it is coming here. So load side, same direction of current. If your current is coming like this. And for the next half cycle, that is next half cycle, minus to plus. So neutral to phase. So neutral is the entry point. We can consider this will be coming by the time T1, T2 will be turned off. So T3 will be turned on. So current goes like this, and which is going to our load, the same direction of current, and this will be turned off. So we are going for T4, and which is reaches here. So for both half cycle we are having a same direction of current direction doesn't change, so it is called as DC. We are not changing the current direction, so it is called DC. Now our aim is to study where we are using an inductor in a load side in the sense motor is consisting of an inductor. If you are using an inductor, there may be some disturbance. What disturbance? If inductor is dense, it will store the energy and discharge the energy. So in the diagram you can see a discontinuity, that is discontinued conduction mode of operation. For that, T1 and T2 are triggered at alpha, omega t is equal to alpha, and T3 and T4 will be triggered at omega t is equal to pi plus alpha. Likewise it is going. When armature current IA does not flow continuously, armature current in the sense the current waveform, we could see this discontinuation. If it is getting zero, that is called discontinuous conduction mode. Discontinuous conduction mode will be meant as like this. In next video we will see the discontinuous conduction mode analysis in detail. Now we could see only the operation of discontinuous conduction mode. When T1, T2 are triggered, the motor gets connected to the source and its terminal voltage equal to Vs. Already we know, that is Vs is given. When T1, T2 is triggered, that Vs will be connected to the load, so current direction will be like this. At some angle, after this pi, at some angle, it is called extinction angle, that is extinction angle. By this angle, the load current decays to 0, that is IA. That by this angle we are making the load current is decays to 0, that is after pi. That value will be after pi and before pi plus alpha. So this discontinuous mode T1, T2 are reverse biased after pi. By this end we are having reverse bias connections. So hence it is commutated. Due to this voltage, the T1, T3 will be commutated, and this end we are having no source of connection between source and load. So that will be called as discontinuous conduction mode. If this time is very less, that is if the time is very less, then that will be called as continuous conduction mode. In next video, part 2 video, we could see the discontinuous conduction mode of operation analysis for steady state analysis of discontinuous conduction mode. Thank you.